So if it wants to be kind to me, it'll just deliver right now. Okay, especially with the speed that we already established. Now the question is, with the help of the macro, can this be the catalyst to slam us down? I think it can. Okay, one more minute into the macro. All right, here. Oh, no, 30 seconds. So it's kind of starting early here, the macro. So remember what I did here. This is the fair value gap. Remember, I already told you why this is important. Okay, once we tap up into that, we have an immediate just brick wall sensation where it drops up off of it. Also had this fair value gap left open as well. It's also tapping up into new week opening gap high. So good reaction off of that, heading into the macro here. And then we obviously have this trend line here that we look to target. Okay, so on and so forth. Okay, ES looks good. The timing's perfect. I'm going to short that, put my stop with the 15-minute. And this will be my last trade, okay, for sure. And then I'll come back tomorrow for CPI. So I can't, even though it is within the macro, I just can't see myself up in the leverage because it's already just a ridiculous stop loss. Okay, so regardless of how convicted I am, I'm gonna respect the risk. Okay, very simple. So once again, okay, we're looking for specifically this low because it's the first low that was created out of 930. Okay, I know that the lettering is big. I'm working on fixing that right now. All right, so pretty good delivery, especially since it's the macro. Okay, that's the only reason why I shorted this because of the structure that we built ahead of the macro, and then to me how clear the draw is. So that's pretty much, yeah, that's it. So aiming for 120 handles here. Okay, stop loss is 70 handles, unfortunately. Oh wait, actually I'm gonna put this down because it shouldn't deliver that gap. So never mind. 60 handles. So 1 to 2 RR. All right, stops getting lowered again. So that's obviously perfect delivery. So risk is already cut in half, and now we're just holding for sell side. So yeah, this to me is by far, regardless of the outcome or how it delivers, by far is the only setup that made sense here today. Okay. Now, obviously, I wish I got a better fill up here, but you know, it is what it is. Now, if I would have waited for a gap to form in here, right, I would have missed the move. That's why I didn't wait for that because I knew we were going to get speed. Why? Because the macro kicked in. Okay, very, very simple. Simple stuff. And once again, I'm not trying to pick a huge reversal, right? I'm just going for internal sell stops. I'm not going to try and put my limit the whole way down here, right? Simply because tomorrow's CPI. Okay, if it was any other day, probably would, you know, try to hold a runner or something like that. But scalping is the way to go when you have a high impact news driver the next day. Okay. So it looks like it's edging our take profit, which is fine. I'm holding because I know that this is a high quality draw because it's the first low created out of 930. Okay, very simple. So we have a fair value gap right up here. Okay, I want to see if it'll deliver that. And by the way, let's see what ES did. Should have had some speed as well. So ES actually already took out the 930 low. Okay, but we still have relative lows resting below here. So I'd like to see it complete that. All right. Now, if ES just completely collapsed below all these lows down here, that'd be a little bit cause of concern, SMT wise, right? But I still see unfinished business on ES. All right. So I'm going to keep my stop weathered up here, but really it shouldn't deliver past this second fair value gap here. Okay. The draw is just too much of a magnet, right? And then right below that we have 930 opening, which is another magnet in and of itself, right? So if it wants to be kind to me, it'll just deliver right now. Okay, especially with the speed that we already established. Yeah, I'm looking at the 938 low. So yeah, I'm glad you said that. Excuse me, guys. I'm not talking about the actual 930 low. What I'm talking about is the first significant sell side low that was created after that 930 opening. So that's going to be right here at 938. Okay, so just to avoid confusion, right? I'm just looking for that first low, significant low created after 930. Okay, so of course the edges take profit comes up. It'll deliver it, just a matter of when, right? 2 minute. Okay, we do have that 2 minute gap, so a stop's still going to weather that. Okay. So I mean, obviously, it wouldn't be preferred to sit through a retracement right now. Okay, just because how close we are to the draw. Usually, you want to see it just complete the move when it's that close, right? So when you draw your fib, right? Usually, once we get past 79%, like we literally got right here, right? You want to see speed through 79% below sell side. Vic, no way. Let's go. Good job. Yeah, if you're trading a combine, okay, you don't have to be this conservative with your risk, right? You can, be a little bit more flexible, by the way. So right now I'm copy trading across 4 accounts, right? you know, respecting risk and whatnot on real accounts. But if you're using a combine or something like that, go ahead and use like, you know, 3, 4 micros in this type of environment, 5 maybe. Yeah, even 2, 3. Yeah, he literally $1,000 on 2, 3 micros. Good work, Vic. But the point is, you just don't want to keep filling the farmer's pockets. Like, you just want to get those combines passed. Like, not to say gamble, like trade the models, but just be more assertive with your risk. Okay. So it should deliver that 930 sell side here, and there it is. Boom, 125 handles. Okay. So honestly, this is kind of like a perfect example of timing the market, really. Obviously, I can't do it efficiently every single day. Like, that's not really realistic, but the timing aspect was absolutely there. I told you guys that this was a little bit lower quality of timing. That's why I trailed stop or, you know, cut early. So essentially, half the stop loss I cut. And then it rose up, created that intermittent from high, so on and so forth. And then we used the macro to our advantage, right, to short it down to the 930 sell side. So 125 handles, can't complain about that. So 2 W's on the day, 1 tiny little loss, and then this was like 7 handles in the Asian session. But other than that, pretty good day. So $1,000 on the day.